All right, good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Alexandra Cranford at WWL Louisiana, getting you a quick update on what we're seeing on radar. We have a new flash flood warning that's out. It's Wednesday at 3:20 or so p.m. and we are looking at this flash flood warning in effect until 6:15 p.m. and this is for Jefferson Parish. So let's zoom in here. You saw where the bright green shaded box is. There's some heavy rain here, but actually we're seeing some of the very heaviest within this thunderstorm just south of some of the most populated areas around the West Bank, but certainly the West Bank, big part of Kenner, almost all of Kenner and into Metairie included under this bright green box you see here that indicates the flash flood warning. So up to about 2 inches of rain have fallen, maybe another 1 to 2 possible. And as we know, there are some low-lying spots, some places that tend to fill up with water. So even though some of our Metairie and Kenner spots are not getting just an absolutely huge amount of rain, there is definitely some heavy rain. And as you know, some of those spots like Elmwood and places that you know around your neighborhoods that typically flood, they might be having some issues. Rainfall rates have been very high in the southern part of this cell. I was just sampling it and I saw about 6 inches per hour for rainfall rates. This sample I just took, 4.2 inches per hour. How about a little closer to the Kenner area though? Let me try that one for you. It's coming up with the time there, just a second. And let's see. About 1.5 inches per hour is what it's saying there, and getting close to Metairie now we're seeing about 1/2 inch per hour, but this cell is moving to the east. I'm happy to see though right now we are seeing some of those really heavy spots, those hot pink hot spots, kind of relaxing a bit for some of our Metairie, Kenner area and West Bank locations, and some of this really shifting farther south with the heaviest rain toward Lake Salvador. Also, there is some lightning and thunder. I mean, if you're in this part of Jefferson Parish, you're definitely getting a big thunderstorm right now, but sampling the lightning, it's been about 150, 160 lightning strikes over the past 10 minutes or so. So there is lightning there for sure. Just another heads up in case you're just joining us to get you updated. We do have in this part of Jefferson Parish a flash flood warning that will go until 6:15 p.m. officially. So of course that means if there are roads covered with water, just a heads up that may be happening, and also you certainly don't want to drive into those locations. Also, we have another pretty big downpour over here on this side of New Orleans, around the West Bank, around places like Marrero, Gretna, Tarrytown, Algiers getting some rain as well. Let's shift out a little bit so you can see that bigger picture. We've had a lot of scattered rain. I mean, in general over the past couple of days, and the rain chance increasing as we go toward the weekend. Today's sort of a transition day, but we are seeing that. We have some over in St. Bernard as well near Lake Bourne, and we have rain north of the lake too. Let me show you that. We've had scattered showers and a few stray severe thunderstorm warnings as well. So that is not out of the question, although in general, we're not really looking for a lot of severe weather, but there might be a high wind gust or two. And I think the bigger concern would just be a heavy downpour that might cause some street flooding issues here and there. You can see around St. Tammany a lot of rain, some of this not as heavy as it was even just a few minutes ago as it approached Hammond, and now as it migrates slowly to the east, appears to be weakening a little bit. Our really big picture radar scene is showing the rain clustered from roughly around Lake Salvador north, and that's what we're seeing right now. Not quite so much as earlier today, certainly along our coastal spots, although we did see some spotty showers and storms around there around the noon hour. In general here, we'll take a look at our high resolution radar forecast. And you can see that going forward in time here, there's the flare up of some showers and storms. This particular model actually doesn't have that much, but look at this, by 5 and 6, it still has a pretty heavy downpour potential right over New Orleans actually. So a little heads up there if that does verify. And then as we get toward about 8 p.m., still could have maybe some pretty heavy downpours across some of our southeast Louisiana spots. We'll go forward in time here to 10. Some of the rain may be finishing by then. Generally after sunset, everything tends to calm down, although sometimes we have a continued stray thunderstorm overnight. And then this takes us into the overnight toward midnight and 1 a.m. So everything should be quieter by that point. Usually we see the rain kind of migrate or start to be more common right along or off the coast overnight, and then during the day inland we start to see the rain forming up more. But again, flash flood warning till 6:15 p.m. This is for a big part of Jefferson Parish that you can see here with some heavy rain. Let's take one more look so I can get you a quick update on our final radar trend before I let you go. Again, there is some rain, but it's looking a little bit more manageable. Certainly be really careful if you have to get out in your car and you know the places that tend to flood. Just try to avoid those if you can, I would say. Our rainfall right now about an hour or 1 inch per hour for Kenner. Another part of Kenner, let's sample here closer to the lake, about 1.5 inches per hour. So again, a good thing to see some of the very heaviest rain in that cell still pretty far south. That's where we're seeing those rainfall rates closer to about, well, 3+ inches per hour, like I just sampled there. So a heads up for New Orleans, by the way, this is right now confined to Jefferson Parish. We will see, though, it looks like the cell is, of course, moving off to the east pretty slowly. So in the 4 p.m. hour, unfortunately, maybe close to commuting time for some folks, we're going to have this rain, it looks like, out there. But again, some of the heaviest staying a little farther south. And you can see over here as well around Estelle, seeing some of those really heavy downpours farther south. But probably at least some rain, some moderate to maybe pockets of heavy rain for your commute home around the New Orleans area. So you can see it on the west side and then on the southeast side at this point. We'll have more updates for you, of course, as we head through the rest of this afternoon and evening. If there are more flash flood warnings or dangerous situations out there, we'll have more updates coming, and we'll continue to do the same over the next several days as we anticipate scattered rain pretty much every day in the forecast through the weekend and even early next week. So that'll do it for now. Thanks for joining me. And again, we'll check back in with you if we have more warnings.